Hi, I'm Carly with Estée Lauder, and I'm going to show you one of my favorite 3-minute beauty techniques. Now, everyone knows that brows are one of the most important features on the face because they really frame the eye. So I'm going to show you a quick way that you can do your brows and some options that you have. So the first thing I'll do is use a spoolie brush to comb the brow. And I'm doing this by following the direction that the hair grows naturally. And I'm going to use this to highlight and sculpt the brow as well. I do this by making 3 dots. One right at the head of the brow, one at the arch of the brow, and then the last one at the tail. And then gently tap to blend. Now you don't want to blend this all together. You want to keep those 3 separate, and that's what creates that shape with the highlight. You can also sweep underneath the brow and tap that to blend. So I'm going to use a brow pencil, and I want to choose a color that's as close to her natural hair color as possible. In this case, I'm going to go with the blonde brow. Now, depending on if you want your brow to be filled in a way that's a little bit more sparse or a little bit fuller, you're going to make a choice about whether to fill in from the top or the bottom. So I'm going to show you the difference. If I want Jillian's brow to look shaped but a little bit more sparse, what I would do is I would fill in starting along the top. So all I'm doing is following the natural line, that shape that we identified when we combed it out, and I use very, very short, small strokes. I'm being really gentle because I'm going to show you on the back of my hand. I just want these to lightly create little individual hairs almost. It gives the color that you're applying more dimension and helps it look more natural. And when you're finished, again, you can just comb it through so it looks more unified. If the look you're going for is a bolder brow, then what you want to do is actually fill in the shape from the bottom. So in this case, I'm going to do those same short, small strokes, but I'm starting along the bottom, working my way up, filling in any little gaps in her natural hair growth. And in this case, I can also extend just a little bit past her natural hair growth because I want my brow to end in line from her nostril to her outer eye corner and past. So right there is where that tail should end. And again, I can comb this out. And you can see while both brows look well defined and natural, starting from the bottom gives a slightly bolder look, whereas working from the top, it looks a little bit more sparse. If you have a more mature eye, I recommend using the sparser brow technique because it'll give the face a more lifted look. Now, a sparse brow is different from a very thin brow because a very thin brow can look as severe as a bold brow. The difference is a sparser brow still has the softness and shape, it's just a little bit more lifted. Just like you want the tail to end in that line from the nostril to the outer corner of the eye, you can also adjust so that your brow starts in line with your nostril. So in Jillian's case, I'm going to cheat a little bit and add a little bit more brow into the inner corner to balance out. And I do this using those same gentle strokes. Gently. This is also a good technique that you can use if you have quite wide set eyes. You can bring your brows in a little bit to cheat, or if you have close set eyes, you can open up the space by starting your brows a little bit farther apart. And now I've got a brow that starts and finishes right where I want it.